Hello, welcome to another video. So this one, I'm heading over to, oh excuse me, it's a bit damp. I'm heading over to Ebworth today. Gonna have a look around there. It's a National Trust woodland. So stick with it. See you in a bit. So yes, as I say, I'm just out on a local ride. It's, what's today? Tuesday. So I'm trying to do, like I say, 3 days a week. So it's my Tuesday ride. Not going too far. Bit of an explore today rather than a specific route. I'm going to check out a woodland that I haven't been to for a while. It's called Ebworth. Hang on, my screen is telling me to do some swipe down. Sorry, interrupted by my camera. Anyway, so yes, going to go and explore over in Ebworth, which is our National Trust woodland. And after that, we'll see. It's not that far away. I haven't been there for a while. I'm also going to give you my feedback on what I'm filming you on, which is my new camera, which I finally got and just finally settled on. And it's the DJI Action 5 Pro. So no more GoPro for now. I've still got a GoPro. I've got a 12. I was sort of tempted. I've got the 13 still, obviously, that I bought in Australia, and I had a few issues with it. But to give GoPro some credit, they replaced my camera and my lens. I scratched the macro lens, and they replaced it all, everything. So well impressed, and they did it really quickly with no quibble, so well impressed with the backup on GoPro. But there's certain things that a GoPro just won't do for me, and I'm hoping this will. So interesting to see what the footage is like on this today, because the last bit of footage I filmed, I went out all day and filmed, and I hadn't got stabilisation on, and it's unwatchable. So I've had to bin the whole lot. I rode down to Sharpness on the canal. Nice little video, chatting about my new event, the Surly 100, and I've had to scrap the whole lot because I just can't watch it. It's terrible. So I'm praying this is a lot more stable. I've actually got it turned on now. So yeah, I'm also using a mic, DJI mic, which is I'm going to be using all the time now. Just means that I can do stuff like I did earlier, right towards the camera, and you can still hear me, and whatever. And it's a bit more wind resistant. So yeah, I should be giving you a bit more feedback on that. And but right now I'm riding up through a Prinish Abbey, or Prinknash Abbey grounds. I'm behind the abbey here, and there's a walled garden. Oh, what are they doing here then? Something. This used to be a cafe. It looks like it may have been let out for offices. It used to be a deer park a while ago. If you follow my videos, you'll have heard of it. Oh yeah, electrical gates, and oh, they're doing something there anyway. And there's a walled garden down there that the monks keep going. It's called the Monastery Garden. Never been in. But there's only a few monks here now, not very many. So they were in the monastery at the end here, and they built the big monastery there in Prinknash, which you can't actually see very well. It is there. And there weren't enough monks to keep it going, so they've moved back to the old monastery again. Anyway, I will chat to you in a while. Incense trade only. Yeah, they make incense here as well. I was just thinking as I went up, as I was riding, as you do, and just I was going to mention something. I've completely forgotten what it is. Oh, I know what it was. because I'm training, nearly 70 years old, still training. So I am training for longer distance, trying to get much, much fitter so that I can do some longer distances again. So I'm trying to do a lot of zone 2, which is quite tricky when you're just going uphill for half an hour. Heart rate's currently 132, and it should be about 115. But there you go. What can you do when you're going? I'm going as slow as I can, and there's a very steep bit coming. So we'll see how we go. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's a little steep part coming up. If you know this monastery ground, you'll know where I am now. And see a little trail there that goes straight up to a graveyard, the monastery graveyard. And I might have to just turn you off for a minute while I go up there. I'll come back to you in a minute. Hopefully the footage doesn't have as much heavy breathing on it now because the mic's a bit further from my mouth. Well, that's the graveyard done. Well, I was quite pleased because our heart rate topped out at 154, and that's steep. It's quite good to... I've got a chest strap heart rate monitor, and it's the best. If you want to have your heart rate recorded properly, you must have a chest mount. I've also got a sensor on the back wheel for speed, so it's not a rigid training regime. It's just getting out regularly, trying to do the majority zone 2, and I'm struggling. It's got up to 140 now. The problem is, from where I live, which you can't see now, is at the bottom of a 1,000-foot climb. I know you meander on the way up, it's not straight up, but it's still, every ride is 1,000 feet to start with before you do anything, which is a nice, it's a nice warm up, I suppose, but God, look at the colours. Let's look at it. It's October, what is it, mid-October. The clocks change this weekend, and normally, as long as I can remember, the leaves would be gone now. They'd all be on the floor and everything would be turned brown. But there's still a lot of leaves that are still green because it's so warm. It is unbelievably warm. I've put my boots on today and I didn't need to. I could have gone in my sandals. I've got a base layer under my top, which I really don't need. It's too hot. So it's about 17 degrees, which for October is absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, anyway. I'm not going to get into all that. So, So anyway, I've got all these monitors on. Just checks my progress, I suppose. Fitness progress. It's nice to know you're sort of achieving something. Can you hear that? No, you can't. It's gone again. There's a tap there. There's a random tap on this bike, and I cannot find what it is. Really annoying. I've had the cranks out twice, bottom bracket out, and it just cannot cure it. So I don't know what it is. It sounds like something tapping, but I can't see anything. It goes with the pedals. So I don't know. Sometime I'll find out what it is and go, oh my God, is that all? Is that what it is? Right. I'm going to stop up here at this gate, out onto the road. Yeah, beautiful colours. Oh. Where are you going, Graham? We're up on the A46 now. Stroud's that way, Cheltenham that way. I'm going to go and hang a left by that sign up into Cranham Woods. This is the, I'm on the Cotswold Way now, the Cranham part. Just past a couple of people walking it. Something my wife and I have been, oh, heart rate, 164. My wife and I have been planning to do it, but still not done it. Keep saying, oh, we'll do it when the weather's better. And it's now winter. We'll get there. Right, down now. Bit of fun stuff. Cool. Let's look at the water. This is the wood where you see all the bluebells normally when I come out. Tell you what, I can get more and more cautious as I get older, which is not a bad thing, I suppose, about washing out in these leaves and mud. And having broken some ribs just recently, I don't really want to do that anymore. This is a new bit. We used to go around there. Somebody's put this in, a little shortcut, which actually does improve things, actually. It's that tree over this drop. Oh, yeah, I'm riding like a idiot today. I've lost all my skills. Right, across the road. Down a steep stony bank, then up across some off-camber roots and stuff. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slippy, slippy. No back brake. Oh, no grip. Oh, it's not too bad. Got something worse than this. Up we go. Up. Not too bad at all. I do love these woods. I've got a spider's web across my eyes. I just love the colours, look at it. I cannot get enough of this. The change in the colours, you get that lovely pale bright limey green in the spring, fresh, and then in the summer obviously they darken a bit, and then now in the autumn they change to these lovely shades of gold and bronze and yellow, tinged with a bit of green still a bit of life in there. And these are all a lot of beechwoods, and yes, a lot, mainly beechwoods. This is a very historic and important beechwood. But yeah, it's still going strong. As far as I can tell, the only thing that might spoil it is climate, but just hopefully trees can adapt to the heat. Because a lot of trees this year suffered with stress. They were dropping leaves in the summer just because of the stress of the heat. Plus they're not getting much rest. So anyway, enough chat about trees. Let us continue. This is a wood we're not allowed to ride in anymore because the landowner said so. Even though the landowner hasn't been here that long. We've been riding here for 35 years plus. Plus, what am I riding on? Doesn't it look like a road to you? They just scraped it for the vehicles to go up and down. So I do struggle when someone says you can't ride a bike on it. If you look on ancient maps, it is a road. And there's actually some buildings in there. There's a hump there with a stone-built building. There's some other, well, there's a shrine in the middle of these woods, and signs of people dwellings. So there's lots of people have lived here and all the rest of it over the years, a few hundred years ago. And we just happen to be here today. Just another human passing through. Right, we're out of the woods now, as they say. Coming across the top of the road to Cranham, and Ebworth Woods are just over there, or Saltridge Woods, then Ebworth Estate. So we're going to have a look. Realised the mic wasn't turned on, don't know what the sound was like, but it's on now. So now we're in, this used to be, don't know if you've heard of Lily Allen, the pot singer. This used to be her drive down to a farm that she had here. She's gone back to London, I think, now, but sold up. It's a lovely place to live. Her father, Keith Allen, doesn't live too far away, over in Stray, which we're sort of headed towards. Across the sheep. Hello, sheep. You wondering what it is? Oh, that's a bike. What's a bike? That's a nice sheep. Very healthy. Nice bit of wool on there. I guess they're all pregnant. Plenty of grass this year, that's for sure. They're not going to go hungry. Oh, this is filthy. Oh. I am plastered. Oh dear. I only washed this bike. Yeah. Yes. Believe it or not, I washed this bike yesterday. Now it's covered again. So we're now just entering, well, these are Saltridge Woods to start with, as I say. And then we get over to Ebworth. It's a nice big wood. We used to run races here a few years ago, but unfortunately it all got stopped. Yeah, I was just riding along thinking to myself just how many hours it adds to a ride when you film. So I often look at my rides and think, how did it take me 7 hours to ride that when it says ride time 3 to 4 hours? Of course, it's all the time you stop, walk back, ride it twice, ride it again because you've done it wrong or whatever. Plus, now I'm not going particularly quick because I'm talking to you, but yeah, it does add a lot of time to a ride. So all these people you see, like Josh Parsons on Keep Smiling Adventures, I look at his mileage and think, you're not actually doing that many miles, but then I'm forgetting he's filming as well. And you've got to think about where you're going to film and all the rest of it. It all takes time out of your ride, but it's good fun. I wouldn't swap it. I have gone out planning to not film, but it very rarely happens. I was thinking about going through these woods. This is where we used to hold our cross-country events. This is Saltridge Wood. It's fantastic. And we put a track in, really, really good track, all the way through the woods, just meandering around. And we designed it all on fat bikes. And it took quite a while to run it in, and we actually had to get somebody with a motorbike to go round it to try and wear it in. And I think I've mentioned this before. We got it all sorted and we set up the race, and we had everyone turned up. And off they went on their cross-country bikes. And within one lap, the whole place was chewed up. All the bikes dug in far more than they do on a fat bike, and it was almost unrideable. But of course we didn't know, because we were riding on fat bikes. It didn't leave any mark at all. So it is noticeable when you ride on a fat bike in the winter that you don't leave much damage. You know where I've been. I often go back and ride the same trail twice and I can't see where I've been. It was a really fantastic venue, but it's owned by National Trust and they got very precious about parking and us damaging wildflowers. But they've since said we could come back in, but they sent me so much paperwork. I did fill it all in and send it, but I've heard nothing. Yeah, anyway, great days, great memories. I'll put some pictures up from the races. Still loads up on the internet of our days of mean and dirty events. Lots of people say, oh, when are you going to do it again? But it's not going to happen, I don't think. I'd love it to. I could try. Oh, there's a deer there. See it? It stopped. It's looking at me. It'll probably move in a minute when I move. To think that England used to be like this. The whole of England used to be woodland everywhere. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's crack on. Whew. So, we're now in Edgeworth. Anyway, I'm going to introduce you to a member of my family in a minute. If you keep watching, So I'd like you to say hello to my long-lost relative. Here he is. Hello, mate. Haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? Sits here all on his own, day after day, keeping an eye on things. So that's where National Trust offices are. It's the old farm buildings. I didn't know that. That's new. Shared trail horse bike. I didn't know you could ride through here on a bike. Well, I am surprised. It used to be only down the bottom. Well, that's good to know. That is very good to know. This is really handy when I get places. It's lovely in this wood. To give you an idea of how much longer it takes filming, I'm doing quite a bit of filming, and it's I've done 9.4 miles and it's taking an hour and a half. Here he is. Doesn't look like it's moved for a while, since last week or so. These isn't it? Right, there is another way up here, which I'm going to go have a look at. It's a better way out. Should be. Aha, there it is. So there should be a track up here. There it is. Still here. Just takes you out in the wood. It's a bit more of an enjoyable way out than a steep, stony climb. So what are we on now? Nearly 10 miles. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but unless I get 40 miles in, I don't think I've done a ride, so we'll see if I've got 30 miles left I can find to do today, or daylight. Might end up in the dark today. Definitely end up in the dark next week because the clocks go back this weekend, which is a real pain. I wish they'd do away with it, but everybody seems to say the same thing, but they stick with it for some reason. There's a longer way up, but far more pleasant. The other way up's up down there and up that steep track. Anyway, the road's up there. I'll come back to you in a minute. It's always good to take advantage of anything off the road. These little trails, it's a bit easier in the winter. This gets quite overgrown, as you can imagine, in the summer. But now, because the road here is not too clever, it's not the safest road in the world. You belt along it, it's not very wide. And then you get projected out onto it. Right, let's get out there. Nip across. Right, I am going to, got a loop, just thought I'll do it. I'm going to carry on and drop onto the canal, do the Stroud Sharpness Canal, loop back. It just means I get some miles in. So I'm heading towards Bisley now, cut off a little bit, and I'll drop down onto the canal, Chalford. A bit shorter than I hoped, but should get 40 miles in. I've done 10 miles, so I'm hoping, because I've meandered around a bit, I've made up the miles I've just cut off. Anyway, we will see. Lovely evening. I'm going to have to bring Sheila in a minute, my wife, and just tell her I'm going to be late. It's going to be dark by the time I get home, I'm pretty sure. I better just give Sheila a ring, I think. I'm going to be late. It's what is it? 4:15. Let's give her a tinkle. Hello. I'm going to be late. I'm headed towards the canal, so I don't really want. Pardon? That's why I've ended up. I came out of Ebworth and then went round by in a bit of a circuit, and I've ended up at Bisley now, so I might as well go down the canal and round back. So I just wanted to let you know, that was all. So, alright. Okay.
Yeah. Alright then.
Ta-da! See you in a bit. Ta-da. Right, that's that done. She won't worry now. Right, let's get on with it. Bisley is just in the distance there. It's trying to put a coat on. It's just getting a bit nippy now. Sun's dropping. I tell you, I'm well chuffed. This is stolen goat clothing I wear. I always wear it. I've had it for years. It's the best. And I cannot believe that we got sponsored by them for our event. Which is great, because it just means that I haven't got to wear another brand in my videos. It's is always handy. I'm just going to move this mic. Right, that should do us for a bit. So we're in Bisley now. Let's get on with it. Down to the canal. State of my hair. Helmet hair. People just went wrong. Oh no, I didn't. It's down here. Onto the canal. Oh, what a cool spot. Seems like I've got a bit to go yet. I thought I'd stop and have something a bite to eat. I've got some bit of flapjack from Sheila, she gave me. So I'll have a bit of that. Keep me ticking till I get home. But yeah, look at this. This is this Stroud Canal. Beautiful. Just up from Chalford, heading towards Brinscombe. Anyway, I'll have a bite to eat and then crack on. I'll tell you what, when the leaves drop, this is so different. It's beautiful, isn't it? You can't wait to see what the footage comes out like on this camera. I think we go into a wet, dark tunnel in a minute. Yes. Oh, that's deep. Oh, crikey. Deeper than I thought. I wasn't planning on filming all this, but it's so nice. I'm going to film it just for me to watch back, relive it later. Lovely, isn't it? Have an archway. Oh yeah, thank you. God, look how high that is. It's almost flooded. Crikey. Doesn't matter how many times I come along here, I just love it. Never get tired of it. Yeah, this is a much better canal than the Sharpness, across the Sharpness. Obviously it's not used properly, so it's more, how can I put it, picturesque. The people of Strayed always remind me of the people of Glastonbury. It's very similar. Okay. Can't really get tired of it, can you? Look at it. Dudley the dredger. Oh yeah, all right. All right, thank you. Can't stop filming. I just love it. Oh, it's a rat. Get a rat. Go on, ratty. You little bugger. See that? I actually caught something on film. My sister had to turn that off. Little water rat. I've got some steps now, I think. It's got a river one side and the canal the other. Thank you. Right, Seoul Junction is here. We're nearly on the Gloucester Sharp Nash. That's sun's dropping now. The lady here lives in a Peugeot. Here she is, look. She lives in it every single day. She's always there. It's her house. Here we go then, Seoul Junction. That for a picture. Last 20 minutes chatting to somebody, English guy who lives in Scotland, and he's been down here for three days, and he's just found it ridiculously hard to be able to walk anywhere, or people don't want to speak to him, and it's all very restrictive. And that's basically what England's like. Land's all owned by various people, and they don't want you to walk on it. Of course, in Scotland it's completely different. You can go anywhere. Yeah, interesting chap. He's asking me about fat bikes. Consequently, we were talking about fat bikes for 20 minutes. Right. What's the time? 10 to 6. The sun's dropping now. I still think we'll be home before dark. Not far to go now. Oh, this is nice. Just cruising along. And there's all the canal boats, people cooking tea. Smells of cooking. That's a nice boat. Cool. Something smells nice. There had to come a time when we would meet.
It did, didn't there?
Well, I'll get you on here.
There had to come a time. I'm like that elusive Bigfoot, see? Just appear out of the...
You tend to, all these pictures pop up of places I've just been.
Yeah. Following you, look.
Oh.
Stalking.
Yeah, I knew we'd bump into each other sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway, Paul Werty.
Hello.
Can't believe I just bumped into Paul. He takes pictures and posts them up, and it's always either just before I've got there or just after, because we tend to ride a lot of the same things. And I thought one of these days I'm going to bump into him, and lo and behold, here he was. I can't wait to see what this footage is like. The GoPro now would be wobbly as anything, as the sensor's so small. The picture on the camera looks amazing. So hopefully it's coming out well. God, look at that behind me. Lovely. sun is going down now. Right, I must get on. Time is 6:30. I said I'd be home at around about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I think. Something like that. I'll just put my back light on. Let's put this on. So just coming into Gloucester now. Gloucester Docks. I can smell food. Oh. Oh, I suppose Christmas lights are going up. There they are as well. Oh, see the fox. I think I might have caught that. Mr. Fox. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. What you doing? Hey? What you doing? What you doing? And here we are. Done. 40 miles. Not bad considering I was only going to go out for an hour. Right, and the battery's nearly done. That's one battery's filmed all that today. It's good, isn't it? Right. That's it. It's a wrap. State of my helmet. All wonky. That's my sorry, that's the ride done. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, Subscribe if you haven't, but give it a thumbs up anyway. All right, take it easy. Catch you in the next one.